Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to the second video of the day, and it is an album ranking, and we're going to look at today the Patti Smith Group. Now we're doing Patti Smith very soon as a solo stuff. Today we're going to concentrate on the group, Patti Smith Group. Now Patti Smith, or Patricia Lee Smith, born in 1946. She's a singer, songwriter, poet, author, painter, photographer. She's the all-round person. So she debuted with a solo album, Horses, which we'll talk about on another video, in 1976. And then she didn't make another solo album until 1988. So in that between, she teamed up with Lenny Kaye again, and Joe D. Daugherty, and they made this group called the Patti Smith Group, and they had 3 albums under this name. We know that Lenny and JD played on solo stuff as well, so all 3 albums are very good. You know, Patti Smith in this period, regardless if it was a solo album or the group put out in the 70s, they put out some great music. So I like all these albums. So coming in at number 3, we've got Wave. Now this came out on May the 17th, 1979, and it's JD Daugherty, I think that's how you pronounce his name, on drums, Lenny Kaye on guitars, Ivan Crowell on the bass, Richard Soul on piano, Patti Smith vocals and piano. Additional musicians on here, we've got Andy Ostro on percussion and Tim Tiffany, and Todd Rundgren plays bass guitar on Dancing on Barefoot, and he was the production and engineering. So track 1 is Freddie Drick. I like Patti's vocal. I've always liked Patti's vocals. It's a little bit different. It's an excellent little track. Dancing Barefoot is the next track, and it's one of my favourite tracks on here. And I do love the bass line that Todd Rundgren plays. It's a classic Patti Smith song. I do like that one. So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star. Good track. It brings in punk, post-punk, and already, you know, it's got that real interesting sound. Then we have this little short thing called Him. It's only about just over a minute. It's a strange little track from Patti, and again, it's very good. My favourite track on here is a track called Revenge. I think it's Patti's best vocal on this album, and I do love that keyboard on it as well. It is a really strong song. Then we get Citizenship. This has got a great guitar solo from Lenny, good guitarist, and JD's drumming on it is super. 7 Ways of Going. It's a strange track. It's not particularly one of my favourites, I must admit, but I do like JD's drumming on it. Broken Flag, again, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best thing on the album, but it's an interesting track, shall we say. And then we got the title track, Wave. It's a really strange vocal from Patti, but it works. It's weird and wonderful, and the piano work on it is absolutely brilliant. I like this album. I think it's a very strong album. It's got a couple of tracks that are not particularly my favourites, and that's probably why it's at number 3. So I shall give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, then coming in at number 2 is the Patti Smith Group's first album under the banner, and it came out in 1976, and it's called Radio Ethiopia. So Patti Smith does the guitars and vocal, JD does the drums, Lenny's on the guitar, Ivan's on the bass, and Richard's on the keyboards. First track on this one is called Ask the Angels. I love this. I think Lenny's guitar work on this is brilliant. Great solo on it as well. Ain't It Strange? It's very intricate, this is. I love Patti's vocals on this. Another solid drumming performance from JD as well. Poppies. I like the mixture of vocal and spoken word. It's just poetry. Patti could write great lyrics. She's a fine poet in her own right, and it's absolute. The words are good. Then we have my favourite track, and I love the title, "Pissing in a River." The piano's great. Another great guitar solo from Lenny. I think that the combination of that piano and guitar on here and Patti's fine vocal really works. Pumping My Heart is next. Second favourite track on here. I love that reverse bit at the beginning, and then you got this real hard, heavy, punky sound. Great track. Distant Fingers. Another track that's sort of a great little bass line. You've got some great riffs from Lenny. You've got Patti's great vocals. It's just a super little song, that one is. Then we have the title track, Radio Ethiopia. Now, it's 10 minutes long. I think it could have been a little bit shorter, because about halfway through it goes all weird on us. Personally, I don't think it should be there, but if you like it, it's great. I don't dislike the track, but I think that middle section where it goes rather weird and you sort of lose focus on the song. So I still like it. And the last track is Abyssinia. Another strange piece of music, but it's so abstract. It's good. So technically, this is the follow-up to Horses. And again, it's a very good album. I think the last two tracks sort of are not the strongest tracks. Well, no, Abyssinia. Let's start that again. I think Radio Ethiopia is just a little bit too long, and Abyssinia is a strange piece, but it's good. So I shall give this album an RTO ranking of 7.3. But my favourite and my number one album for the Patti Smith Group is which would have been their second album, released in '78, and it's called Easter. So it's Patti, Lenny, JD, Ivan, and Bruce Brody is now on keyboards. Richard Soul does do some on Space Monkey and Alan Lanier, and bass guitar on Till Victory in Privilege is John Paul Fetter. And the Astros doing some percussion again, and Jimmy Maxwell supplies the bagpipes on Easter. Till Victory's the opening track, one of my favourite tracks by the Patti Smith Group. You know, I love this. It's got some great guitar work on it. Super track. My favourite track, and one of my favourite tracks again, is Space Monkey. The drums and the keyboards are wonderful on this. And a great vocal from Patti, absolutely top draw. Then we have a little tune that she wrote with a certain Bruce Springsteen, Because of the Night. I preferred this to Bruce's version. I know Bruce does a great version. You know, he wrote it, he did record it as well, but I think Patti's version is far better. Brilliant song. Ghost Dance, we got some simple arrangements with a stunning vocal from Patti. Whoa, really sends shivers down your spine, that one does. And then we have Bablog. It's a short little thing. It sort of just breaks up the album a bit, it's okay. You're going to have to explain. The next song is a rock and roll, and I'm not going to say the word because it's quite offensive. But if I just say it's the name of Guy Gibson's dog in Dam Busters, you'll know what I'm talking about. But regardless of what the title of the song is, it's a great track. I love it. I love the track. Not keen, you know. Okay, it's got a quite racist title, but the song is absolutely fabulous. Then we get Privilege, Set Me Free, another great track. It's sort of got that, it's definitely punk based, but with that new wave coming in as well. Excellent track. We Three, the vocal from Patti again, absolutely outstanding, and it's the piano work that's so melodic and from Bruce Brody, it is really, really sinister. 25th Floor, I love Lenny's opening riff on this. Another brilliant guitar solo from him. Then we get High Rebellion, and this sort of carries on from the 25th Floor. It's got the same energy, the vocal delivery from Patti. I love how this speeds up and it comes to this crescendo. Excellent track. Easter, brilliant track to end the album. Got some sobering bagpipes on here, of course, some nice keyboard work, and a great guitar solo from Lenny. Best album she put out as the Patti Smith Group, without a doubt. And I think this is one of her best albums of all the albums that she's put out. It is a super album, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5 because it's no filler on here. Okay, that's all for this one. Look out for Patti Smith in a couple of weeks' time. Great albums. Okay, coming up next is Retro Ranking, and today it's a band that I've got 2 albums by them. I've got their debut and their greatest hits, and that is all I need of this band. Okay, I'm sure you'll know who it is, so we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.